My name is Marty Lau. We're located in northwest Iowa, about 50 miles east and north, a little bit of Sioux City, Iowa, off the western border. I am the manager of a company called Wholesome Quality Calf, LLC. It is a company that acts as a liaison between dairies and growers in the country to procure dairy replacement heifers, raise them for their dairies, and send them back to their respective dairies at different phases of production. We've been in business a little over 4 years. We started with my own dairy that I'm an owner in. We milk about 1,500 cows. We realized initially right away that we needed to have control over how our females were raised so that we can enhance our genetics, enhance our health, be able to have a system in place so that we can monitor and track our females at different phases of production. Given the weather as it is in northwest Iowa, we want to try to provide facilities that are conducive to express the genetic potential of these females in this type of facility, which led us to travel down a path to look at steel barns, wood steel barns, and this type of structure, a coverall systems. We currently today have approximately 4,200 head of females in our production system at various stages of growth and development, and that is from birth to 22 months prior to calving, or excuse me, 2 months prior to calving, where they go back to their respective dairies and they calve out, and hopefully we make a good product and they want to continue to do business with us. Today we have spent about $2.5 million on capital investments like this to rear these heifers in. It's a professional environment. There's a commitment to doing this, and this is what led us to look at using coverall buildings. We have coverall buildings that we house our babies in, that we house our 10-week-old calves in, that we house our 20-week-old calves in, that we house our 6-month-old cattle in, all over northwest Iowa. It's worked very, very well. To say the least, it's worked very well. That is why, as we've expanded, we've doubled the capacity of Wholesome Quality Calf since its first inception, and we have added on more coverall buildings into this system because they work. They're cost effective, the longevity is good, the warranties on them are good. For rearing these animals, especially from 6 months down to babies, we like cold facilities that are naturally ventilated. With a coverall type of barn, with the hoop structure, the way we get the heat rise with the natural convection, with the natural cross ventilation in them, they work very, very well. Which has prompted us in the year 2004 as a company of Wholesome Quality Calf to take a look at the dairy beef side of things. As we all know that with BSE that happened in the United States, what they call mad cow, has caused us to take a look at and close down our borders for a short period of time so that we can get a handle on what's going on there, which has had a direct impact on our beef market, the slaughter market. And all of a sudden, the packers and the feedlots in northwest Iowa and Minnesota and South Dakota have realized that Holstein dairy beef is very, very good also. And it is out here, and it is abundant. So Wholesome Quality Calf as a company, in the year 2004, the spring of 2004, we decided to expand our operations to include a dairy beef division. We are currently adding growers to raise dairy beef for us from birth to about 320 pounds, and then we have a company that buys them from us, and then they take them and feed them out from there to slaughter. We are adding growers just virtually weekly that are building brand new facilities to raise these calves in from birth to 320 pounds, and 100% of them to date have been coverall facilities. So we've added 3 in northwest Iowa, 4 in Minnesota, and 2 in South Dakota in the last 7 months. And they're all building brand new facilities. A couple of them are remodel jobs, but they're adding coverall barns into that remodel job also. So we're going to be building facilities that's a 2-barn system. It'll be either a pair of coverall nurseries and what we call a transition barn, or it'll be one big nursery, and 1 transition barn. And then we have all in, all out flow to help improve our health status and growth performance for these guys, so they have an opportunity to make a couple bucks. When I go to a grower prospect and we sit down and discuss the options that they have available to them, looking at the site where they want to build barns at, do I recommend coverall barns? And no, I do not. We try to stay out of that game, you might say, but in the past, and I think it's demonstrating going into the future, these barns work well enough and they're competitively priced enough to where in the last 7 months, we've added 6 or 7 new growers on board, and they've evaluated steel barns, they've evaluated wooden steel barns, and they've evaluated coverall barns, and all 6 of them that we're bringing under contract today are all building coverall barns. So it's not a matter of what I want, it's a matter of what our grower prospects or our new growers that are coming on board want. So I try to stay out of that, although I know, based on my experience and based on what we see going into the future, that coverall barns, I mean, they work. So no, I don't recommend, nor am I getting paid by Charlie Rolfe or Coverall to do that. These grower prospects are making up their mind on their own, and when they choose, they're choosing coverall barns. And it works just pretty much as simple as that.